Welcome, everybody. Welcome. As you no doubt have heard by now, yes, Shea Weber has been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights. It's been a little while since I've come on the channel. Actually, it really hasn't been that long again, but this does feel, I'm getting to this a little bit late, by the way. As you guys can probably tell, I'm going to say good morning to a lot of you right now, um, but this has actually gone down. And yes, thank you, Shea. As you can tell, big Shea Weber fan. Actually, I did have his shirt next to me as well. As you probably caught in the thumbnail, I'll just throw that up there for Webs. But certainly one of my favorite Montreal Canadiens of all time. And I'm not going to get too much into the sentimental stuff tonight. I'm just going to talk specifically more about the transaction and keep this one a little bit brief. But I do remember being on my honeymoon and I hadn't had internet for 2 weeks. I was over in Europe with my wife on a cruise, one of our best experiences of our life. And we get to Spain at the end of our trip. And I finally get internet again at the hotel. And one of the first things I find out is that PK Subban's traded. And I was sad. And then about 5 minutes later, I was pretty happy because I was pretty excited to have Shea Weber as part of the Montreal Canadiens. And I was pretty sure at some point he would be captain, which he did become, as I got it on the retro here. Um, it's too bad that the retro only lasted one season because I only got to enjoy one of them. But I'm pretty sure Shea Weber's going to retire soon. And however that works out with his cap situation with Vegas and all that. But it was a privilege to have him on board. I got to say, one of my favorite players of all time. I could probably do a separate video on his career at some point. But transactionally, let's talk about this one. So a lot of people were asking initially why Vegas, first of all, wanted to even make this move or how it's going to help them with their cap situation. And it does get Dadonov off the books with the $5 million coming off. And then now they can place Shea Weber's cap hit, which is or was about $7.6 million for the next 4 seasons up until 2026. They can put that on LTIR and then have potentially more cap space. I'm not a cap wizard myself, but you guys can look into that for yourselves. But it's going to free up potentially, I mean, just doing the math here, what 12, 13 million maybe. I'm not sure how that works, but they do need the cap flexibility in Vegas. Let's just put it that way, especially after acquiring Jack Eichel last year. And we all heard that Dadanov had requested a trade out of Vegas. This was a fishy, it's not fishy, but it was a weird situation, I guess, if anything, because Dadanov has been traded back and forth to a couple of teams. But if you look at production wise, now here's before I even get into talking about Dadanov's production. I listened to the entire Kent Hughes press conference, by the way, just now, and I didn't hear anything in English about why they acquired Dadanov. I think it's pretty clear why, because they actually get an asset in return. Somebody, and I did hear a little bit in French that they are going to get some offensive production out of Dadanov, reuniting him with Mike Hoffman, his old teammate from the Florida Panthers. So this could be a positive in terms of next year. Now, I know a lot of people want to go for the tank and go for Connor Bedard next year, but I don't mind the mindset of not doing that. I mean, I don't think teams really do that really, unless it was Connor McDavid or Crosby, which yes, maybe teams did do that. But anyway, in terms of production for Dadanov here, in the last 5 seasons or so, let's just talk about this for a second. So 2017, 2018, 74 games played with the Florida Panthers, 28 goals, 37 assists, good for 65 points in 74 games. And then you go down to the next season after the 18-19, 28 goals again, and then 42 assists, an increase in production with Florida. Next season with Florida, 69 games played, 25 goals, 22 assists, 47 points. 2020, 2021 with Ottawa, 55 games played, production drop, 13 points, 13 goals, 7 assists, good for 20 points in 55 games. And then just this past season with Vegas, 21, 22, 78 games played, 20 goals, 23 assists, a drop off in production, but it is important to mention that Dadonov is 33 years old. Same height as Brendan Gallagher at 5'11", coming in at a weight of 185. And just for fun, he was drafted by the Florida Panthers in, 2007 here, round 3, 71st overall. He's from Russia, shoots left, but plays right wing. It does say left and right wing, but shoots left on the right wing. So depending on what Jonathan Drouin's situation is next season, this is a good little fit, and it's a low risk because Dadonov's cap hit is going to come off after next season. He's a UFA after this coming 2022-23 season. So that's good information to know because it's low risk. And the fact that Kent Hughes was able to acquire an asset and shed Weber's contract, I mean, come on, let's I think we can all be pretty satisfied with that because we know they're going to need the cap space. And, you know, more reporters asked Kent Hughes about Carey Price's situation during this press conference about the Weber Dadonov deal than anything else. Like they actually asked him more about what's going to happen with Pricey now, because they still don't know. But the reason that they made this move, or one of the big reasons that they made this move now, is so that it can actually help the Carey Price situation, even if Carey still doesn't know by the draft or by free agency if he's going to be able to play or not. Shedding Weber's contract will help to alleviate the pressure of that situation and help the Habs still be able to ice a decent team next season. So that's kind of why they went ahead and did this right now, which makes a lot of sense to me. Absolutely. One thing I want to mention here really quickly, just in terms of Weber, this was fun because this jersey that I'm wearing right now, actually, this is one of my first videos I did on the Drew Geek channel when I actually launched it, was getting this reverse retro. That's a great shot of my nose there. Not really, but but you can take a look at this video. I'll post it for you guys at the end here. But this was just a fun little release reveal. Actually, I was one of the first YouTubers, I think, hockey YouTubers, to release the Weber reverse retro. I tried to get right on it. This is back when I really started this channel, by the way. But in terms of Weber, I'll probably, like I said, mention, I'll make another video about his career in some capacity, because I really enjoyed having him. I got like 3 Weber pictures just in the backdrop here. And it's too bad that he couldn't end it on a high note in terms of getting a Stanley Cup with the Habs, but it is what it is. And I think that we all appreciated him for the time that he was here. And I don't know where else to go with it, but this is a short little reaction video, but more transactions likely coming. Not going to be surprised to see Jeff Petrie move this summer, so that's going to free up even more cap space, making way for guys like Justin Barron to come up, and Caden Gooley coming off a WHL championship, which is great stuff. So I also want to bring on Brandon Caputo shortly to talk about Habs prospects that were on the Hamilton Bulldogs that just won the OHL championship as well. So Habs prospect videos are going to continue soon too. But busy summer over on my side. So anyway, want to mention very quickly that I do have an entertainment channel that was launched, not officially, but I mean, it's created now. So you can follow me at Andrew Thompson, by the way, my real name, on YouTube now as well. Going to be posting my entertainment comedy stuff there anytime now. So as far as this goes, guys, let me know what you think about this transaction. I definitely think it's a good one. I don't know. You feel like Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton can't make a mistake at this point, because they've just been making some good deals since the deadline and since Jeff Gorton has gotten here, quite frankly. Anyway, let me know your comments, thoughts down below, of course, about this Dadanov for Weber deal. We'll explore Shea Weber's career in another video, like I mentioned a couple times. But let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk soon, guys. Thanks for the support. As always, Deeksy out. Cheers.